But dude,
I bet you Dave Meltzer's not talking about Nana's armpits this week on Observer Radio.
you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Brain's dead.
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong with you this week?
Fuck, dude. I've had like 3 concussions this year.
Episode 199 here. We may make it to 200. And next year, you know what we may need to do?
Bury me?
10th, and well, possible too. But before we do that, Lord Alfred, if you please.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Believe it or not, kids, this radio program is sponsored. It's sponsored by our good friends at globalinternet.net.
Let me just say, hairy female armpit sex. Continue.
Continue?
Yeah.
Head on over to globalinternet.net. They are, without question, without hyperbole, and I am not making this up, the best web host in the entire known universe.
Yeah, the porno site, I think, I think Greg could dish it out. Continue. 199 shows, 3 concussions. This is what you get. This is what you got, kids.
What else should we shill this week? Archive DVDs. Let's say you wanted to get every WrestleCrap radio ever. Why you would want this, I do not know.
Buy the roast DVD, so that way I can afford to buy more beer, which will help me continue burping to the joy of that one guy who jerks off while I burp.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
Hey, actually, I wasn't done shilling yet.
Yep, too bad.
No,
it's time for Artie's weekly trip to the grocery. Actually, I'm not going to talk about going to the grocery this week. I think I was in a horrible bumper car accident.
What do you want me to say? Okay, all right. So if the Lions were going to field a fucking baseball team, yeah, I'd cheer for them. Yeah, we throw Dominic Raiola and fucking Javid Best out in the outfield. Fuck it, I'd cheer for them over the Royals.
Speaking of horrible Lions, can I please finish?
I didn't even know we got sidetracked.
This is why this show is always an hour and a half long.
Gilman reference.
Well, I'm not going to take the bait. I'm not going to take the bait. Speaking of going in the wrong direction, that was the problem on the bumper cars. So I turned my bumper car around and did 3 head-on collisions. I am 99% certain that's why my back is messed up.
I like lollipops and kitty and armpits and
You know what website has all those things? I bet you ShellyMartinez.org has all those things. But she calls you for 5 minutes every month.
If we record this conversation, it could be like she has a regular monthly segment on her show. Which, if you count the amount of shows we do a month, they average out about 1. So it would be like Shelly Martinez is the 3rd person in the booth.
She's like, she could be our new Angry Jim or Gay Popeye. $40 is too much. But if the 12 listeners all kick in like $1, then it wouldn't. Then we'd still be short.
Can I steal some out of the swear jar?
You would have to take that up with the man that runs the great WrestleCrapRadio.com. Here we go. Let's practice this.
Okay.
Shelly Martinez, question of the week time here, kids. Shelly Martinez, question of the week. Question of the week this week comes from Ultimate Kennedy, who asks, are they really as big around as a dinner plate? How about her in a coffin?
Wasn't there supposed to be her name Coffin Kitty or something like that?
There you go.
We just talked about this shit last show.
We did. Tony Atlas looks like he's salivating looking at those feet. You know who's not having fun these days?
Who would that be?
Greasy Maryse. Speaking of people who are insane, and speaking of Maryse,
Yes.
she has a stalker. Sources have told this reporter, and I quote, extremely disturbing and delusional. Sir Alec.
Please say you will be my friend. We enjoy each other's friendly company, and I guarantee you millions of dollars soon. I will also give you horses, cattle, coyotes.
Wait a minute, now there's coyotes?
Have you ever tried to entice or get a woman in bed by promising her coyotes?
I have not done that, but I'm going to try it with Mrs. Deal as soon as this show's over.
Just agree to be my friend. I am a very loving Christian yoga man. Friendly, loving Christian yoga man. That URL is not taken.
I'm sure it's not.
Oh my, thank you very much. Excuse me, I'm going to go meet my crowd and hope one of them doesn't stalk me.
Well, what a fantastic someone bought this. I did not realize.
It's supposed to be $1 Million Man and Virgil, but Virgil looks like a midget like Gary Coleman.
He looks exactly like Gary Coleman. Question of the week this week comes from Ultimate Kennedy. What do you think is a funnier phrase? Tajiri's wife driving a Mack truck, or my name is Johnny Ace and I endorse these cigarettes?
You know what streak that I really miss on this show?
The Tajiri's wife streak?
No, the streak when we would not even attempt to answer a question like this.
Well, okay. I'm easy. It's time for TNA news this week. With the Honky Tonk Mailman. I can't wait. I'm hoping he'll be here. He can talk about Sting's bird. The bird stared at Eric, and Sting said that the bird was one of the birds from Alfred Hitchcock's movie, The Birds. You're to tell me the Honky Tonk Mailman is not here again this week?
He is not here again this week.
We need to get rid of him.
Tales of Blade's ex-girlfriend.
Don?
Yes?
Don Mason?
Yes? Damn it. You gotta start the... Yeah, okay, yeah, Don was there. This is... You wonder why the show is an hour and a half long.
So tell me more about Don being there.
We were sitting back, and me and Don and Cord were watching some Troma movies. So
I think it should have both.
We were kicking back, and we were watching. Let me tell you the Troma movie we were watching. We were watching Escape from Hell. Do you know what the selling point of Escape from Hell was, Dill? Oh, wow, I didn't hear that going on. Anyway, my girlfriend walks in. What are you watching? She storms away. Anyway, that's the setup. So, okay, so I'm in Suncoast Video, and I'm looking at all the Troma DVDs. I find one I've really been looking for because it has Dolphin Man on the front. My favorite Troma character is Troma's Edge TV. So I bought it. I'm really happy, and I'm walking out. As I'm walking out of the store, I notice she's walking ahead of me, and she is not responding.
Right.
Now she's walking at a fast pace. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She turns around. She's like, my boyfriend watches trash. And she got so mad that we ended up not going to the Incubus concert, and we just went home. Remind me to tell you about the time when I imitated Lou Ferrigno in front of her.
Current wrestling news time here, kids. Like a geek, nerd, and Poindexter all rolled into one. For episode 200, we have all the TNA correspondents come back. What do you think?
They're all dead. Kayfabe.
Not Mike Check.
Yeah, Mike
He's
Check.
in prison.
Peter Gazer's still alive somewhere. He's out of prison now.
The Honky Tonk Mailman, we think may still be alive.
He may be dead.
He may be.
How sad would that be?
Trash comes over and watches Raw this week with me.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Isn't that Kurt Hennig's son?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What's his name?" And I said, "Michael McGillicuddy."
It's going to be the start of something new in the WWE. Things are going to be changed. Things are going to be exciting. It's the start of a new era, like the Attitude Era.
You know, now there's, 2 champions on the show and hunters all over the place on 2 separate shows, you know. There's 1 champion, 2 champions, 3 times Triple H bullshit.